มุดเลยมุดเลยมุดมาเร็วเร็วเร็ว
Hey folks, and welcome to a kind of a cloudy, damp day here in Koh Chang. That's right. It was time to hit the road with everything opening up July 1st. On the 30th, I decided to hit the road, and Koh Chang is probably the destination that I've put off the longest. I've wanted to go here for well before all this mess even started. So I thought, with everything opening back up, we don't know the future. In 2 weeks, everything could be closed again. Who knows? So, decided to hit the road, and we have priorities. This was kind of first on my list. So, we came on down to Koh Chang. You can see it's kind of wet, damp, cloudy, but that's nothing like it was earlier. So, let's go back and take a look at that and see how we got here. So it's almost 6:30 in the morning. We've been on the road about an hour already. Stopped to get a little gas. Beautiful morning here. We're on the way to Koh Chang. It's 250-ish kilometers to get to the ferry. Then we'll load the bike up onto the ferry and ferry it on over to Koh Chang. See how it goes. It's beautiful here. It's a beautiful morning. But here there's some rain down there. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes along the trip. But so far, so good. Yeah, it was actually a lovely ride from Chonburi down to Klang on Highway 344. Then you pick back up on Sukhumvit Road and turn off when you get to Trat. Well, we made it almost to the ferry, and it poured down rain. There's a ferry, actually, the sign right behind me, Center Point. That's not the one I want. The one I want is about another 15 kilometers down there. So I stopped at a 7-Eleven. It was drizzling a little bit. The skies just opened up, so we made good time. It was about 3 hours and 45 minutes to here. I got another 10 minutes, so under 4 hours. So we made good time, despite a couple stops. So we're almost to the ferry. So yeah, the rain showed no signs of letting up, so we put on some rain gear and saddled back up to do that last 15 kilometers to get to the ferry. Made it to the ship, the ferry. We got here, rolled right on. Within 2 minutes they took off. I had to squeeze in 240 baht. 240 baht, that's me and B in the bike. I guess, I don't know if that's per person. I'm not sure how it breaks down. It's 240 baht. And we're kind of squeezed in here. But everybody is. It's close quarters. Apparently you can go up to the upper deck. Maybe I'll go up there. I don't know if it's covered or not, but it's still raining. The last 15 kilometers was awful wet. So yeah, upstairs was fully covered. They had plenty of seating up there, restrooms, even a little coffee shop. But try to show you how big this ferry is. It's not even full. Those lanes, they could fill those lanes up even more. But I guess they got a schedule to keep, and right now is not a big travel time, especially on a rainy day like this. I'll show you the front. You'll see that all the vehicles are kind of stacked toward the front, and when they get to Koh Chang, everybody drives off. So all of these vehicles hit the road at the same time, including these big trucks which may be carrying loads. And unbeknownst to me, some of the roads are very dicey, and hills and hairpin turns, and if you get behind one of these slow trucks and you've got to stop at the wrong place, it can be trouble. So we'll see how that goes. Got a casualty there, lost the blinker. Yep.
I'll show it to you. It's unbelievable, unbelievably steep and on a curve. It's just like something I've never seen. But we made it.
Yeah, if you gotta stop on one of those hairpin turns up the hills, you probably can't put a foot down, and you might tip over like I did.
I don't know if it's going to rain like this the whole time, but if it does, it's sure going to suck. It's a very big island. It took us probably a half hour, at least a half hour to 40 minutes to get to this resort from the ferry. Now, granted, I'm driving through 3 and 4 inches of water at some times. We had to stop because we had a little minor incident, but that was only a couple minutes. You can't go fast anyway, even if the roads were dry, because they're terrible. But I can't believe it's that far. It took like at least, even I think on a good day, it would be 25 minutes to get to the resort from the pier. And we're not all the way to the south part of the island or anything like that. We're past like the main part, the White Sands beach. We're not the Lonely Beach yet. It's a big island. It's our big island. So we'll get unpacked, get checked in, and look at the room and see what we do from there. And I gotta get my turn signal reattached. All right.
So welcome to the Awa Resort. That's A-W-A. I'm not sure if it's pronounced Awa or Awa. I've heard the Thais say Awa, so I'll go with that. And we're at the front desk here getting checked in. And bear in mind, it's only about 11 a.m. They were doing more check-outs than check-ins at this point, but they went ahead and accommodated us. This is back there by those coconut trees is their beach, private beach. We'll take a look at that later, and there's their pool. Great big, long, lengthy pool. We're in the building across the street, which actually I think was quieter. We didn't have all the noise from the pool and all the traffic, but we'll take a look at the room here. And the room, first thing, very spacious. I think it was 38 square meter, which for a hotel room is pretty big. Now, the mini bar is not complimentary. This is standard mini bar prices. Those bottles in the back were like 300-400 baht, and I think they wanted 80 baht for the beer in the fridge. But they give you the nice robes and slippers, safety box there, and everything you'd expect. I paid 900 baht for this room, and that includes breakfast for two. We'll take a look at the breakfast as well. That was splendid. But very big room, very big patio, which almost looks like a little backyard back here. Very private, very nice. Little desk to do some work. It's where I edited this video, believe it or not. You could almost use this other thing as another little bed. You could really sleep 3 people in here. And of course, it's still raining, but a drying rack there, which we made use of course. And some chairs and tables, but it was very nice and quiet and peaceful back there. TV was a little on the small side for such a big room. It was almost lost with the size of the room and how far the bed is from the wall. But bed was extremely comfortable. I would categorize it as soft, medium soft. It was very, very comfortable for me. If you like a harder bed, it may not be for you. A little fridge with a couple bottles in there. Not outrageously priced, but the bathroom, same thing, very big. You could almost make a kitchen out of this bathroom with all the counter space. More counter space over there behind the commode, and everything you'd expect. The bum gun, huge drying rack, towel rack, and the shower was big. Give you all the soaps and everything you need, and they had a hand nozzle and of course a rainfall shower head. So this was a nice room, I think, for 900 baht, including the breakfast for the two, the breakfast buffet for two. I think that's worth 300 baht right there. So I think the room was a bargain. I'd stay here again. We had a nice stay. And there's the rainy mountain.
This is how you go. That's what you do when you're hungry and it's raining. You've got to go out. Do have some stuff right here. Basically at the resort, there's a whole street here with businesses. You would think that means maybe somewhere to eat. But we'll see. I see souvenirs, I see clothes, I see a pharmacy.
กดอีกเปล่า กดอีกเปล่า ไปแล้วนะสวย
And that pita looks bang tidy. Some of this stuff looks pretty good. Pizza, cheeseburger, Papa's special of the day, gyro. But I don't think Papa's here. It's got to look like it's open, but nobody's here. This will give you an idea of the rainfall. Here's a little street stand. They got some tables. This might be the only show in town.
ขายอยู่ไหมคะยังขายอยู่ไหมมีอาหารตามสั่งด้วยใช่ไหมคะ
So yeah, after a short look around town here, we found what looks like a real restaurant with waitresses and tables and a whole lot of different menu options. So we decided to eat here. They had what we wanted. We wanted some hot food. It was a little bit damp and we were very hungry. And one of the things we wanted was a nice hot steaming bowl of spicy shrimp soup. So that's definitely going to be one of the things we order. And we'll get set up here. These lovely, like, I don't know if they're teak wood tables. These hardwood tables are just fantastic. And this young lady took our order. Yeah, not the cheapest place in town, probably. We ended up getting 3 dishes. I'll show you what we get in a minute. The menu is quite extensive. I'm not sure of the name of the place. The sign was in Thai, but it's probably maybe 100 meters down the road from our resort there. And it was just nice to be able to sit down after a long ride here and the ferry and the rain and checking in and the whole ordeal, getting unpacked and everything. So this is kind of our welcome meal. There's the soup and the rice, and we also got a Penang chicken. So after lunch, it did start to clear up, so we went and took a look around. First stop is the pool area here, right behind the main resort. You can see it's still drizzling a little bit. That's trying to clear up. The sun's trying to come out, but it's still dripping. But I wanted to come down here to the pool and check it out and their little beach, which looks very nice. So by no means a beach day, but we thought we'd come down here and take a look and see what we had to look forward to once the weather cleared up and the skies returned to blue. And we weren't disappointed. This was a nice little private beach area down here, and they're not out today, but they had sunbeds and umbrellas and the whole 9 yards the next day. Not really a beach, it's kind of a seawall, but they have steps going down to it so you can go swimming. But it feels like a beach. Definitely feels like a beach. So overlooking the beach is this building they call the Sala, and they have a happy hour there starting at 3, going to 6, and then again from 8 to 9, I believe. And they explain that all the beverages are 50% off during the happy hour. So I guess that's however you look at it, buy one get one or 50% off. But it seemed like the skies were clearing up by the minute. It just about stopped raining. So after this, we decided to venture out a little bit into the town and see what else we could find. It wasn't quite dry enough to go riding yet. So we ended up meeting this lady. She runs a little tour and taxi business here, and we will definitely visit her again on the next episode.
มุดเลยมุดมาเร็วมุดเลยขึ้นสูงมุดเลยขึ้นมาสูงขึ้นมาเร็วกินมาเร็ว
But yeah, just, I don't know, maybe 200 yards down from hotel, we found this elephant place. And they only had 2 little elephants. We had 1 big elephant, 1 little elephant, and we got them during feeding time here. And the guy said the next day there'd be a whole, maybe a dozen or more elephants here. So that was kind of neat to see. So later it did clear up enough, stopped raining, started drying out a little bit, so I went to get my indicator reattached here. This is about 3 kilometers down from the resort, just a little bike repair shop, kind of a mom and pop type place. No, not a dealership or anything like that, but they can get you fixed up, and they can do service and oil changes and that kind of stuff. It's called Castrol Bike Service. So after we got all fixed up, it still was clearing up, and we had a little bit of an evening, but the next day all the entertainment venues would reopen. So we kind of took it easy this evening and turned in early, and then had a breakfast at the buffet the next morning. So yeah, here's the buffet breakfast. So this is day 2 starting here. We'll pick this up on the next episode from right here, but I'll just give you a little peek at the buffet. We were both quite impressed with it. They had all sorts. So we'll pick back up right here on the next episode from our trip to Koh Chang, and I'll tell you, it does clear up, and we're able to go out the following day and show you guys some of the real beauty of the island here. So stay tuned for that. But we're going to enjoy a little breakfast here for right now, and I'll go ahead and leave this episode off right here. And as usual, I'll thank you for watching. And until next time, bye for now.
Oh, yeah.